Could I possibly provide assistance? I know how Stone Cold hates paperwork.
Doctors say you have to rest.
Yeah, I am capable of multitasking.
Just concentrate on getting better.
Who knew getting hit by a car would prove ultimately boring?
Okay, opinions needed.
I may have spoken too soon.
How do I look?
It's different.
Well, that's good because it's for court.
You look like iced lemonade on a hot summer's day.
Oh, well, I'm disqualifying your opinion because you think I look good in anything. Now you think suit and tie and then translate it to a woman. Or is that too difficult for you?
You look fun.
Do you really not understand the importance of my outfit today? I need to look honest, and I'm not sure I can pull that off, so I have to look somewhat conservative before I perjure myself on the stand. Unless Spinelli could figure out a way to hack into the court records and take my name off the witness list.
How long have you been here?
How long?
Keep watching me sleep?
Oh, look, uncharacteristically peaceful. I didn't want to disturb such a rare moment. How you feeling?
Oh, I'd be feeling a whole lot better if you're here to tell me that you're gonna put me back on the stand so I can save my brother's life.
A minute, Mr. Volden.
I haven't got time for you.
I suggest you make the time. It's important that you hear me out for your daughter's sake.
You listen to me, you bag of bones. You go near my daughter and I'll stick a knife in you.
Serena, right? Looks like you've been so preoccupied with avenging Logan, you've forgotten that you have another kid you could lose.
How's my girl today? Oh, better. Thank you for taking care of me last night. I'm sorry I lost it. You don't have to apologize. I'm sorry that you were so upset. I hope that I was of some help. No, you were. I don't know what I would do without you. You don't have to keep that brave face on for me. Johnny is on trial for his life. They could kill him, the man that I love, all because he made the stupid mistake of covering for me.
Hey.
Are you busy?
No, I'm just reading the paper. What's up?
I think I found something to tie Karpov to the counterfeit drug ring.
Well, what about this? Is this better?
You're gonna make yourself crazy. It doesn't matter what you wear.
That is wrong. People who don't know you, that would be the jury, use visual cues to make judgments, more commonly known as a first impression. And don't let anyone tell you they don't count, because sometimes you can't overcome them.
Maximista is not only the fairest of them all, she is the wisest.
Don't think you can flatter me out of being mad at you.
Try to understand this. There are procedures that lawyers go through, okay? Both sides have to tell the other side what they're going to present in court, what witnesses they're going to call. There is a list. Your name is on that list. Scott Baldwin is not going to forget you because this guy right here can hack into the court records and delete your name. It doesn't work that way.
Well, fine. Then I guess I'm doomed because Scott Baldwin is gonna rip me apart on the stand and I'm gonna get defensive and say something incriminating and then he's gonna arrest me for accessory to murder and then that's the end of the story, end of my fashion career.
You keep thinking that way, you're going to make it happen.
May I possibly interject? The discord between my two favorite people is causing me great distress and compromising my recovery. Stone Cold, I would ask of you, as a personal favor to me, to be a little more sympathetic with the troubled Maximista. And of you, I would ask, well, two things, actually. A, that you are a little less disparaging in tone when speaking to Stone Cold, and B, to walk into that courtroom with confidence and a positive attitude. That, coupled with your incomparable beauty, will assure a successful outcome.
You're so wonderful.
I am?
Yeah, Spinelli, you're my best friend, and I don't even have any words.
You can make all the threats you want, but it's not gonna save your son. He murdered my son. He will get a lethal injection for that.
Said the man with no moral compass.
Why don't you drop dead?
The only one who believed that crap about Logan being a cop was that moron of a judge. You forged those documents for the sole purpose of upgrading the charges against my son so he'd face the death penalty. But I try to always look on the positive side. In a way, you did me a favor. I'm not exactly awash in morals and ethics myself, and because of what you did, the gloves can come off now. Mr. Baldwin, I can and I will save John by any means necessary. And if that means your sweet little Serena gets caught in the crossfire, you'll have only yourself to blame.
Oh, stop flapping your dentures. My daughter is safely out of your reach.
22 Rue de Felice, Paris, France. And Serena lives alone. Who knows what could happen to a beautiful young girl all by herself in that big city. Let's go. Think about it, Mr. Baldwin. I'm sure you'll come to see things my way.
You should be in court.
No, that's all right. It's time. We're gonna check on you.
I'm flattered, I guess. I'm gonna be okay, though, I think. Thanks to Sonny. You know, if you hadn't pulled me out of that car, you would be standing next to my casket right now.
I'm not real clear on the details there. Who hit whom?
I don't know. I guess it depends on who you ask. I mean, Sonny says that the accident was my fault, and maybe he's right. I wasn't really paying attention. I was too worried about Johnny. Case against him is... It's not going well, is it?
It's too soon to call.
I can fix this, Rick. I can convince a jury that my brother is innocent. All you have to do is put me on the stand.
Buddy, look, you need to focus on recovering, all right? It's my job to get your brother acquitted, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
You're really good at bluffing. You know that? But I'm not that easy to fool. My brother is so deep in a hole right now, you're not sure anybody can get him out.
I mean, I could end this whole farce of a trial in a second. All I have to do is walk in the courtroom and tell everyone what really happened. That I killed Logan, not Johnny. I hate to tell you this, but your credibility has been seriously damaged just by virtue of having been in here. But, you know, there's another way to look at this.
How?
Through Johnny's eyes. I haven't met the guy yet, but from what you've told me, he sounds an awful lot like Luke, complete with a rescue complex. And I know how romantic and intoxicating that can be, but it can also get you into some pretty difficult situations, like the one you're in. I don't know if you want to hear this or not.
No, tell me.
Okay, I'm not saying that being involved with a man like this means that you have to lie on the railroad tracks and wait for him to come and cut you loose. But I do think that at some point you have to learn to respect their choices about how to deal with the consequences. You know, from what you've told me, Johnny created this situation, right? About taking the blame for Logan's death and standing trial, right? Honey, if he is anything like your father, I'll bet the guy's got a plan. Is this how you really feel, or are you just trying to prevent me from turning myself in? I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't want you to turn yourself in, but I am telling you the truth of my own experience of what it was like to love a man like this. And you can either take the information and apply it, or not. I will support you. Thank you. I need to think. Yeah, I'll leave you to that. Thank you, though, for trying to help me. Okay, all right.
Lulu, you need to travel.
What?
I'm taking you out of the country tonight.
I'm not going anywhere.
Hey, you look great.
Thank you. Is that baby all settled down? Yes, mother and child enjoyed a restful evening undisturbed by Braxton Hicks.
Whoever that is.
Can I borrow you for a consult later?
Sure.
Okay, I'll just find you when I'm done. Great.
Impressive.
Huh?
Well, not one word about marriage. I guess we should all take a lesson. I can see now how much pressure we've been putting on Robin.
Yeah, I'd like to believe I don't need a building to fall on my head to get the point. Robin doesn't want to marry me.
And you're okay with that?
No, I'm not. But if you want the truth, I think it's better that I just live down to Robin's expectations and let the chips fall where they may.
Hey, what did you find?
Take a look.
Okay, this is good. It's exactly like the box that fell out of the crate in the first shipment I landed.
And this? It's a copy of the shipping manifest.
From Wave Row Pharmaceuticals to Mercy Hospital.
Yeah. I'm gonna send a couple of uniforms over to Mercy and confiscate the drug list. How much you want to bet they're counterfeit?
Nice work, Detective.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, it still does not implicate Jerry or Karpov.
My. Do you offer that lovely view to all of your, what are they, clients, customers?
Patience, and you don't look sick at all. May I help you with something?
Yes, I'd like to see Nicholas.
Well, he isn't here right now, but would you like to leave a message?
Well, that depends. Can I trust you to give it to him?
Yes, it's part of my job.
Very good. Well, you see, I've heard rumors of a new shipment of counterfeit drugs coming this way, and I'd like to let Nicholas know.
Well, that's very commendable of you, wanting to help and all, but why not just tell the police?
You see, I'm slightly allergic. Besides, my motive's a little more self-involved. You see, I'm less concerned about saving people from bad drugs than scoring points with Nicholas's aunt, Alexis. Besides, I'm a previously irredeemable man who's attempting, with various degrees of success, to reform himself for the love of a good woman.
Do you think it'll work?
I have my doubts about that, but will you pass on the message?
Sure thing.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Spinelli. Kissing you is breaking all of our rules.
I'm not offended.
I just wanted you to know, in case I don't get a chance to tell you, because I'd be in jail, how much you actually mean to me.
Please, don't worry. Maximista will not languish behind bars. And if perchance your fears do come true, Stone Cold and I will bring to bear all resources at our disposal to break you out. Should it become necessary, which it won't.
Thank you.
Okay, remember what I said. Do not volunteer anything. You stick to the story. And if you start feeling like you have to lie, just say you don't remember.
Isn't that like the same thing as a lie? I mean, what are the chances that I wouldn't remember something that happened that night? It's not every day you walk into the aftermath of a murder.
Okay, Maxie, you kept the secret this long. You can handle court. And if you play this right, you can gain a jury's sympathy and you can make Baldwin look like the bully he is.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try. Just wish me luck.
Good luck.
I wish you could be there, but that's It's just me being selfish. Take care of yourself, okay?
What if that's the last time I see Maximista leaving a room without shackles on?
I'm sorry, Lulu. What did I miss? I thought you hated it here. Why wouldn't you want to leave?
For all the reasons that you said before, I am sick. I need to get well.
Oh, well, you can get well in Switzerland. I've arranged for you to go to a clinic there. We can
Why
leave
this
tonight.
urgency?
Why wait?
Well, there would only be one reason that you're trying to get me out of the country, because you don't want me to testify for Johnny.
I would like to spare you that, yes.
No, that's not it. You don't want me to get on the stand and break down and confess because you figured it out, didn't you?
Look, Lulu. John asked me to take you someplace safe. Okay? And he's right. There's no reason for you to be here, vulnerable to attack from whoever. So if you really love him, do what he says and let me get you out of here. I don't like it.
I don't expect you to.
So you're gonna do it anyway.
All these months and we were finally so close. You better bet your sweet ass I'm gonna do it. But you know what, Lucky? I swear to you, I am going to be careful.
That is not reassuring.
Are you kidding me? There's so much time that I'm alone on the ship. I will wait until there's nobody around. I'll go into one of the crates, grab one of the boxes. Voila! Proof in hand. A direct link to Karpov.
It is too risky. If one of Karpov's men catch you breaking in this ship, you're dead.
Very, very good at sneaking around.
Obviously, you're too stubborn to listen to reason, so why don't I remind you what's at stake?
Oh, wait. We can't do it.
Well. How interesting. I thought you two had broken up. But clearly that's not the case, which begs the question, what could possibly be the reason for you to perpetrate such an elaborate scam? Hmm?
What's up there, Doc? Am I gonna live?
Well, you're very fortunate.
Yes, I am. I would be a crispy critter right now if the guy who hit me hadn't pulled me out of that car before it exploded.
Your vitals are good. I'm concerned about head trauma, so I'm going to order an MRI and another CT scan.
How long is that gonna take?
You got someplace to go?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do, in case you've been living under a rock. My brother is on trial. I have to be in court.
Yeah, well, that's not possible, at least for a couple more days. And keep you here for 48 hours at least for observation.
Why?
Because you could have an intracranial bleed, which is life-threatening. You're not going to do your brother any good if you keel over and die in court, will you?
Hey, I need a favor for Lulu. Sure, what can I do? Well, I made arrangements to get her out of the country with a new identity. Unfortunately, Scott Baldwin is determined to put her on the stand. Now, if he does, and if he catches wind of what I'm planning, I need a backup in place.
And that's where I come in.
Right. If you can be prepared to get her to some sort of a rendezvous point, I think I can take it from there.
Okay, sure.
Okay, you don't seem very surprised. Not even a what's the rush. You know, don't you?
Yeah, I know.
You just missed Nicholas. It was intentional. See, I don't understand that. Why would you not want Nicholas to know that you're better?
What if I relapse? It's very possible that I will. I don't want to put your brothers through all that again.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to tell Nicholas at least.
Why?
Because Nicholas thinks he's gonna sweep in here and take me to Switzerland tonight. And I have to somehow explain to him why I can't go.
Your brother wants to take you out of the country.
It was Johnny's idea, so I can't testify and...
It's a good idea.
I'm not leaving you. I just got you back.
It's Johnny you don't want to leave. And I understand the impulse to want to protect him, but you don't want to confess. It's the worst possible thing you could do.
What kind of legal system is this when they don't provide the jury with a catered lunch?
Well, there's a nice sushi place down the street.
I'm Edward Quartermain. I don't eat raw food.
How about you?
I love sushi.
Lunch on me?
That would be lovely.
Hey, what about me? What am I supposed to do?
There's always the cafeteria.
Oh, God. Pre-prepared gruel, sitting under a sizzling heat lamp. That's deplorable. I'd rather starve.
Are you gonna complain all the way through this trial?
Look, Toots, I'm an old man with specific dietary needs. My heart is bad, and my sciatica is really hurting. And am I supposed to endure this incessant nattering in these torture chambers that they call chairs? God.
Juror 2, the wheels of justice would like to creak along, if it's all the same to you. Call your next witness, please.
Prosecution calls Maxie Jones.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Boulevard. We have crews on the ground. We will keep bringing you updates on this fire as crews continue to get a handle on it. And we'll have the very latest on 10 News Live at 5. And if you'd like more information before then, you can always check on our website, 10news.com.
I just swore to tell the truth.
Yeah, you did, didn't you? So what was your relationship with Logan Hayes?
I didn't have one. We despised each other.
But that wasn't always the case. I mean, not too long ago, you were romantically interested in him. Is that right?
Before I knew Logan, yes, I thought he was hot, but that only proves you can't always believe your own eyes.
Were you and Lulu Spencer friends?
No.
You hated her, didn't you?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because she trashed my sister's life.
That would be, recently deceased sister Georgie, right?
Yes.
So you kind of wanted to get back at Lulu, give her a taste of her own medicine.
That's right.
So you made this bet with Logan.
Objection, Your Honor. Counsel is testifying.
Did you make a bet with Logan Hayes?
Yes, I did.
Well, then why don't you tell the court about it?
I told Logan if he could sleep with Lulu and then dump her, I would have sex with him.
So you had a physical, sexual relationship with the deceased, right?
I slept with Logan once because he accepted the terms of the deal and delivered.
Honorable little thing, aren't you?
Objection, Your Honor. Counsel is badgering.
Sustained. Careful, Mr. Baldwin.
Do you make a habit of jumping into bed with guys so casually?
Hey, can I have the Barnes shirt? There you go. Thank you. I'm sorry, I have to ask you. What were you and Patrick talking about earlier when I walked away?
Nothing.
Nothing. So I'm just being paranoid. Just driving myself crazy, right?
You want to talk about it?
He's just been so great. He finally did the one thing that I've been asking him to do. Let up on the marriage proposal stuff, so why am I not happy about it? Patrick, I wanted to talk to you.
Okay.
About the Barnes case. I agree with your assessment. Surgery is warranted.
I really never thought I'd be glad to see you.
Hey, don't bring Jerry into our problems.
Yes, yes, look, please do. Please do. I'm fascinated, especially since when I walked in, you didn't seem to be having any
Yeah,
problem.
I know. Lucky seems to have developed a mental block. He can't take no for an answer.
What? You don't mean that.
Are you kidding me? See what I'm saying? He's been following me around, showing up at my place with his badge, trying to get past my doorman, questioning who I'm with, where I go.
Dear, dear, dear. Stalking, that's very bad form for a detective.
Guess what? It's none of your business.
Yes, it is, if Sweet Sam asks me to intercede in her favor.
No, look, I don't want anything to happen to him. I just want him to leave me alone.
No violence, don't worry. All I have to do is tell Alexis that one of her cops is harassing her daughter, and then all she has to do is take it from there.
Don't bother. I'm gone.
Well, I never thought I'd be saying this, but thank you.
Yeah, you knowing the truth about the night Logan was killed explains a lot. Why you were at the police station when John and Lulu broke out, why you've been on the periphery of this all along. How'd you find out?
I had access to certain information. Lulu eventually confirmed it.
Damn, why didn't you come to me right away?
I couldn't.
Well, if you put yourself in my place for a moment, if Emily had killed somebody in self-defense and the guilt was tearing her up inside, wouldn't you want to know?
Yeah, absolutely. But Lulu trusted me to keep her secret, and that's what I did. And I did everything I could for her. And for the record, that didn't include breaking her and Johnny out of jail. When they made a run for it, I was as surprised as anybody else.
I know, but if you'd have told me, I think I could have done something.
Like what?
I
Like
don't
what?
know, proven that she acted in self-defense.
See, the problem is Johnny destroyed all the evidence.
He should have admitted
Well,
that.
it wouldn't have mattered because Baldwin was already mad at Lulu for assaulting Logan last winter. Now Logan's dead and Lulu's in the same room. Forget it. Baldwin is not going to be distracted from making her pay.
I guess we'll never know. Anyway, what's done is done. Can I count on you with this?
Yeah, I'll make the arrangements, put them on standby. You let me know when you want to proceed.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, you know what is getting lost here, Mom, is that I did this. I killed Logan. Self-defense or not. So I need to be taking responsibility for his death, for the jailbreak, for the cover-up, for all of it, because I'm the one who set everything into motion.
Not for the cover-up. That was Johnny's
Okay, Johnny
idea.
was trying to protect me, but unless I tell the truth, this nightmare is not gonna end.
Your truth and the truth as it appears in the eyes of the law are two different things.
So I should just run off with Nicholas and leave Johnny to whatever Scott Baldwin decides.
Okay, look, let's try to boil this down a little bit. Do you think Johnny is of sound mind?
Yes.
Is he a smart guy?
Yeah, of course.
And you respect him, you trust
Absolutely.
him. Okay, what do you think he would want you to do in this situation, Lulu? Oh, come on. You know the answer as well as I do. He'd want you to leave the country with your brother. The man is trying to protect you. Let him.
Hey. Do you mind if I vent for a second?
No, of course not.
Okay, it's probably gonna sound completely irrational because it certainly does to me.
Well, not to state the obvious, but most things about love aren't rational.
So as I mentioned, Patrick gave me this very sweet speech about how he takes back his marriage proposal and how he accepts that marriage is not something that I want right now, apologizing for pressuring me.
Good for him.
And you saw him this morning. He was all business. So since I just got exactly what I've been asking for, I should be happy. Right? I mean, relieved. But in my usual perverse way, I'm just upset now because he doesn't want to marry me. There, I said it.
Come in. Oh, goody, get an eyeful. I'm blowing this popsicle stand.
It's not a good idea.
Well, you can't keep me here against my will now, can ya?
No, I can't. But if you leave, there's a good chance you'll drop dead in your tracks.
Well, good. Think how many people that would make happy. Hey, it's my risk to take, right?
Maybe I neglected to mention I have this little quirk. I don't like dead patients ruining my track record. Get back in bed.
Yeah? Why? You want to get in with me?
Hardly.
Your mouth says no, but your eyes say bring it.
So, Maxie's testimony doesn't warrant your attention, huh?
Who cares?
You realize that Scott is just using her to spotlight Lulu's involvement in the tension between Logan and John.
Ellen, why do you feel the need to state the obvious?
Well, you know where this is going. Scott is going to make Lulu's prospective testimony so pivotal that the judge will agree to put a mental patient on the stand.
I don't know how to stop it.
So let's get back to this bet. Logan was supposed to seduce Lulu, dump her, then get the grand prize, you.
That's right.
What? How did you actually know that he was going to consummate the whole thing, so to speak?
Part of the deal was I had to watch it happen.
Oh no, you actually had to watch with your own eyes?
I didn't actually watch it happen. The night I hid out in Logan's apartment, nothing went on.
This is all fascinating. You know, I could go on talking about this for hours and hours. However, I don't want to bore the jury with all of these smutty details.
Objection, Your Honor. I mean, really.
Move on, Mr. Baldwin.
After you found out that the bet had been won, how did Lulu find out?
Logan was stalling. He didn't want to break up with Lulu, so after they moved in together, I went over to their apartment and I told her.
She must not have been very happy about that.
She was crushed. As any girl would be who made the mistake of putting their trust in a pig like Logan.
So, did you solicit a second go-around of sex with this pig?
Yes.
What happened?
He turned me down.
He rejected you.
That's what I said.
Well, you must have been very, very unhappy, mad as a hornet, huh?
Logan always made me mad. You know why? Because he was a messed up, bullying, self-entitled creep who always resorted to violence when he couldn't get what he wanted. And the only person here who's surprised that your son got himself killed, Mr. Baldwin, is you.
Here you go. There's some cream and sugar on the table. Okay.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh, can I talk to you for just a second? Okay. What's going on? Who are those vaguely disturbing men? Is it something to do with counterfeit drug ring?
No,
Slow down for a minute, okay? They're Cassadine lawyers. They arranged to get Lulu out of the country. I asked him to be here in case Baldwin was monitoring traffic to and from Windermere. Is that satisfactory enough for you?
Not really. It sounds like you're headed for a heap of trouble.
I don't care. I'll do whatever it takes to protect my sister.
Is there a reason why we couldn't meet in my office or at the Metrocourt where we could have at least had a drink?
I would have loved that, darling. But you see, I need to keep an eye on this alley. We use it to move packages, and lately, people associated with Nicholas Cassadine have been snooping around.
I don't like the sound of that.
No, I don't either. It further confirms that someone inside Nicholas's clinic is on the trail of counterfeit drugs and getting uncomfortably close.
You told Karpov that you'd handle it.
And I have. I'm just waiting for the right time to ignite the situation, so to speak.
I'll tell you what time it is. Now. Whatever you're doing, hurry up and do it.
Oh, you were terrific.
I just want to punch that guy in the face.
Well, I'm glad you didn't. I know it was hard, but I think he totally bought it.
No, what if you're wrong? Let's not forget who we're dealing with here. If Jerry is involved in this counterfeit drug ring as much as you think he is, and he feels threatened by you, he won't hesitate to take you out.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. I expect those documents waiting on the plane.
Another word?
I really don't have time right now.
You have two choices. Either make time to hear me out or make a huge mistake. Look, I realize this is a sensitive subject, but you've been acting out your grief for Emily for so long. It's just second nature. But you can't just issue a royal decree and have Lulu removed from the country without asking her first. This has to be her decision. How would you like someone to know you all the way to Switzerland when you didn't want to go?
Now's not the time for homespun common sense.
You know, you're not the only one with a sister in the hospital.
My situation is entirely different, trust me.
Yeah, you're right. I have to make all the important decisions for my sister because she's in a coma. But Lulu's awake. She's coherent.
Well, she's not thinking clearly right now.
Yeah, neither are you. You have no right to control Lulu's whole life just because you need to feel like keeping her safe. This is
all just hormones, right? What's making me so ridiculous and contrary, it'll all pass once the baby comes.
I don't know, maybe you're just ambivalent to marriage. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, making a lifetime commitment to one person in a world that seems so transitory is kind of a scary thing. I mean, what if it doesn't work out? Why make that big of an emotional risk if you're not absolutely sure?
But you can't be absolutely sure about anything.
That's my point exactly.
Okay. Here's what I know for sure. I love Patrick. Patrick loves me. Enough to put his heart on the line and offer me his future. I mean, he's the one that's been brave with the situation. He's stepped up, and I haven't even met him halfway. I just keep dodging and weaving and acting like a silly little teenager. And you know what the worst part is? I think I really hurt him.
I know exactly how to handle Jerry, and I'm gonna just use that to my advantage.
What's that?
Well, he happens to have a thing for me.
Is that supposed to be encouraging?
Listen to me. Jerry may be ruthless, but he has a weakness just like every other man. Jerry's happens to be his ego. I mean, he thinks that he can turn on the charm with any woman and get anyone he wants. And guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play him, and I'm gonna work him, and I am gonna hopefully get all the evidence that I need to find the connection between Jerry Karpov and the counterfeit drugs. Ding, ding.
If by playing means faking your romance with Jerry, he's too dangerous, and I'm not okay with that.
As I told you before, you need another MRI, a CT scan, and 48 hours of observation. If you leave now, the intracranial bleed could kill you.
I can handle the risk. Sign me out, please. You won't regret it.
This is, it's not what it looks like.
Now I know exactly what's going on here.
Miss Jones, describe, if you would, Logan Hayes' demeanor on the day and the night of his death.
Out of control?
You witnessed this firsthand.
Twice.
Tell the jury about the first time.
Earlier that day, I ran into Logan on the docks. He was with a doctor, Matt Hunter, and I just warned Matt to be careful who he dealt with. Logan went off on me.
Can you be more specific?
He got in my face, started calling me names and blaming me for the mess he'd made of his life.
And the second time?
It was at the Crimson offices. That's a magazine where I work with Lulu. Logan showed up there desperate to win Lulu back, so he was furious when she turned him down. I threatened to call security, and he left, but he was really angry.
Would you say that Logan was looking for trouble?
Objection, Your Honor. But, leading the witness, it calls for speculation.
Withdrawn, Your Honor. Thank you, Miss Jones. No further questions.
The witness is excused.
Subject to recall.
So noted.
Mr. Wayne!
Excuse me, I'm looking for Lulu. She's not in her room.
Lulu's gone.
What do you mean, gone?
An assistant DA and a cop showed up with court order and took her away.
Is the defense ready to present its case?
Ready, Your Honor?
Your Honor, the prosecution hasn't rested.
Well, your witness list ended with Maxie Jones.
Well, my witness has been unavailable.
I'm sorry, I have to object, Your Honor. The defense hasn't had any proper time to prepare for this mystery witness.
I don't like surprises in my courtroom, Mr. Baldwin.
I understand, Your Honor, but this witness's testimony is very relevant.
We'll proceed with caution. After the witness has testified, if you need extra time to prepare your cross, I'll allow it. Call your witness.
Prosecution calls Leslie Lulu Spencer. You gotta stop this.
Richie?
She's been playing games for months.
Ryan doesn't love you. He loves me.
Annie tricked you into having a child.
If it wasn't for her, Ryan would still love me.
She has a plan. I know that she does.
This week,
I'm gonna kill Greenleaf.
Annie gets her gun.
Sushi.